Hello everybody, it's a Q&A time, it's a Q&A time. I don't know why I laugh at that. I don't know. Anyway, so another week. Well, seems like things are changing in the world of the arts. Maybe I'm seeing some shows are starting to be done when people go into the drive-through thing and go and see them in cars. I don't know how I feel about that, but I guess if it gets things up and people going to seeing gigs and stuff like that, that's going to be a good thing. It's going to be a good thing for us all. To get some theatre, you know, get that opening up, get people going back into theatre and seeing live shows. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. You know, I really miss that. I really do miss that as an artist, being able just to go out and, you know, do what we most enjoy, you know, playing live. Anyway, so yeah, so maybe that's going to happen. Let's see, where are we? Okay, let's have a wee question. Let's open up. Okay, hi, Kath Stewart. Hi, Kath. What's your favourite childhood memory in terms of going away for day trips? Mine was Ayr, as it has a beach, and of course Wellington Chippy. Now, I'm way all the way there, Kath. I used to go to Ayr as well with my dad. That was our away day. We'd go away for the day. You know, I said in previous posts, you know, about holidays and stuff like that, but I would go to Ayr baths because I loved the baths. You know, my favourite baths were Ayr and the Portobello outside door baths down at Portobello in Edinburgh. I loved those. I loved that place, you know, to go there. I mean, the water was very cold and stuff like that, but when you're young, you don't care. And Portobello outdoor baths was a stunning, you know, it was stunning. It had all, I mean, the time I was going, it had been there for a few years because it was outdoor. It was looking a wee bit funky, but, you know, it was still a great way to spend a day. But Ayr, loved Ayr. As a matter of fact, Ayr was the first time I ever got, when I was a wee guy, I went there also with my gran and grandpa, and they took me there to Ayr, and it was a scorching hot day, and you know, so I'd walked down to the water, and I must have just went on a wee bit of a walkabout, because when I turned around and I looked back up, it was just, the beaches were so busy, you know, because it was the Glasgow Fair, that I had lost my gran and grandfather, and that was the first time you know, I felt lost. Completely lost, and that freaked me right out, you know. So that's why I also remember Ayr for that reason also. But I was found, you know. I got into trouble, but I did get an ice cream though, so you know, the day turned out well, so that wasn't too bad. But if you ever get a chance to go to Ayr, I love Ayr. Also Saltcoats, must be a big shout out to Saltcoats. And we would go away for the day also in Scotland to Girvan. My gran and grandpa, one of my granny's brothers, had it wasn't a caravan, it was like an old bus, you know, it was like an old bus, and and they had managed to put a wee cooker in it, and you could stay over there, and so we'd go there for a couple of days, and I always found that hugely exciting. I like Girvan. Where else did we go? Troon, love Troon. So you know, fond memories of going away for the day, and obviously fish and chips only makes sense. Well, as sitting at the seaside, everything tastes better when you're eating it at the seaside, I think. For sure. Oh, that's a great question there. Well, thanks, Kath. Aye, that brought back some fond memories for me. Going away for the day. Pippa Hall says, hello Marty, I have a question for you. Who was your musical inspiration to you, and have you ever sung their songs into a hairbrush in your room and when you were younger? I ask this because I've followed you since '87 and I'm such a big fan of yours, and we spend lots of my afternoons and school holidays in the rooms singing your songs. Oh, into a hairbrush and pretending I was singing them on stage. Oh, I think that's great. That's a great one, Pippa. I love your name too. Pippa, I think I did do that. I didn't sing it in the mirror, and you know, I would just, you know, pretend, you know, singing, and I think we all do that, you know. And I love doing the air drums, boom, 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 the Phil Collins one, you know, I love all that. Air guitar and stuff like that. I mean, I still do it to this day, even when I'm on stage, you know, somebody's telling the guitarist I was playing away or whatever, you know, he's doing the guitar, I'll do my wee gestures. I think that's in me, you know, to be like a wee tortured air guitarist. But I love all, you know, I always loved singing as a kid, and I always thought everybody else just sang anyway. You know, I thought everybody did. You know, it wasn't anything unique to me. You know, I thought everybody just did it, you know, and it wasn't until, you know, I'd maybe sometimes singing and, you know, people would say, hey, that's really quite good, or that sounds like the artist as I was developing my voice. You know, I would sing other people's songs and listen to their tones and stuff like that. But definitely love a bit of air guitar. So I hope that answers your question, Pippa. Hello. Question about food here. Don Ayton says, hi Marty. You mentioned that you love ice cream. Oh yeah, I really do. I really do. I think that is my thing, you know, I'm really big on that. What's your favourite flavour? Oh, I'll pretty much try everything. You know, I'll give everything a whirl if it's in ice cream form. Though I'm not sure about, I watched a programme once where they were eating garlic ice cream and I thought, wrong. But, you know, I would give it a try. But I think my favourite has got to be, yeah, it's got to be strawberry. I love strawberry, coconut, ginger, even green tea ice cream. I know that might sound a bit not so good, but it was, I mean, I absolutely adore it. And of course, you know, you've got all the flavours of Häagen-Dazs, you've got all the flavours of Ben & Jerry's, and Mackey's do a nice ice cream also, I think. But then old school, you know, like the Neapolitan, you know. Like my brother always seemed to just go in and just eat the chocolate. He would eat the chocolate once a year and it would be like, just that part of the Neapolitan had been all ate. So you were only left with it. I think it was just, was it strawberry and vanilla? But, and I loved old school ice lollies. Like a Fab, loved a Fab, or a strawberry maybe. And there was another one, I think it was called Little Lord Fauntleroy. Was it called something like that? It was that once again, a way back in the day type thing. And I loved the cartons they were like frozen cartons, and it was just like, you know, like diluting lemonade or orange or something that was in it. And you had to watch how you manoeuvred them, because if you pressed it too hard, it was oop, boom, horror. Much to, you know, that happened to me a few times. Or you would just be, you know, finishing that side and all the liquid would go at the bottom, so you turn it the other way around and, you know, giving you, it was an art form eating those things, wasn't it? I mean, you were busy eating them for hours. Yeah, so very much so. Obviously, as we mentioned before, the Viennetta, Arctic rolls, very good. But there's nothing just to beat a good vanilla ice cream or a good Italian ice cream. There's so many great cafes in Glasgow that's a rite of passage for me to go. I like the University Cafe on Byres Road. They do a good ice cream. Also do a good mince and tatties. Very good. Sometimes I just want some comfort food, and so I'll go there when I'm visiting in Glasgow. It's funny how you've always got your go-to places. Like for me, you know, I love in Scotland, in Glasgow, you have Morton's rolls, you know, and you know, I like a well-fired one, and I'll go to a certain sandwich shop to get it, you know, and it's like, you know, a well-fired roll. And when you know, sausage, we have square slice sausage. And I don't know if this is true, right? But because Phil Cunningham told me it, and he's you know, the Squeezebox boy, great musician. He told me, and he's told me a few things, that the reason we have square slice sausage was way back in the vaudeville days. There was a Scottish comedian, and he used to do a sketch about how he would put his sausages on the bread, but they would roll off. And there was a butcher in the audience, and he went away and made square slice sausage and sent it to him. And the comedian, whose first name escapes me, but his second name was called Lorne. So, hence a Lorne of sausage, which is the square slice. Bit of trivia there. Phil Cunningham told me that. So bear in mind, Phil, if you're telling me wee lies there, the nation now knows it was you that started that yarn. So there's my wee story about square slice. Good question, Dawn. Enjoy your ice cream. Ice cream, I like. Hello, Sue Smarty. Sue Smarty. What's your question? I also take your pick. As for Saturday morning children's TV, there are programmes, do you remember? I love the Double Deckers. Oh, I love the Double Deckers. Boyfie Aswad was in that. He was in the Double Deckers. Land of the Giants, very good. Casey Jones. Casey Jones. Casey Jones. The Train Driver. Oh, that's good. Double Deckers. I thought the Double Deckers was amazing. And the Banana Splits. I liked that because I loved that they had a variation of cartoons in it. Size of an elephant. Yeah, you always got them in the summer holidays. You only got like you always seem to get the Double Deckers or Banana Splits. What was the other one? I had that beautiful James Nesbitt's dad wrote it, I believe. White Horses. Oh, you can run away and what an amazing tune. I think St. Etienne did a version of it, didn't they? But anyway, yeah. Casey Jones. And what was the other one that was overdubbed? There was one, The Flashing Blade. The Flashing Blade. I don't know if you remember that. I think it was like a foreign one, and they'd overdubbed they'd overdubbed the English, you know, so it was all very much, see you, prepared to die. The Flashing Blade. We fight for love and happiness. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, and Robinson Crusoe, that was a particular favourite as well. I mean, if you've got to be of a certain age to remember some of that stuff that I went there, but if you aren't, they were good. You know, they were just great TV in the mornings that you would get to watch, because you know that's the way it was. You didn't have many channels to choose from. That's what you got. Yeah, definitely I loved my children's television. What was another one? I know there was Rent-A-Ghost. That was quite big. That was quite big. But my cartoons just went on forever. And I was watching. Funny enough, last night I watched. I watched some cartoons of Wait Till Your Father Gets Home. It was a kind of 70s cartoon show that I absolutely loved it. I loved that. And Josie and the Pussycats. Oh right, yeah. Anyway, so that was a great wee question there. So, ta-ra. What about me singing them wee tunes? I don't know. Elaine Hyatt Lockery says, hi Marty. My question is, what is your favourite all-time comedy show? Oh, well, I think that, you know, every decade that unfolds in your life, there's great comedians that you gravitate to. When I was young, I loved all the Norman Wisdom movies and still watch them fondly. Three Stooges, the Marx Brothers. When I got older and I could understand a lot more of the humour that was going on, the wordplay, that became even more special to me. But I loved watching the programmes on the TV when with my mum and dad, and you know, obviously the great comedians like Billy Connolly for me was just fantastic. I loved the Two Ronnies. I also loved Morecambe and Wise. I loved those great big Christmas specials that the whole family would watch. You know, like the Stanley Baxter, who's a comedian from Glasgow. His Christmas specials were just brilliant. I love Only Fools and Horses. I think the characters are amazing. I love Still Game too, you know, in Scotland, you know, Jack and Victor. I love those characters because, you know, they remind me of so much, and they're so beautifully written that you invest yourself in those characters when you watch them, and it's just a great programme, and you know, they fly the flag for good Scottish comedy. Who else there? I love Danny Kaye. Danny Kaye's, you know, I loved watching a lot of the Danny Kaye movies growing up. And I think, as with you like the Morecambe and Wise, I'll go back to that again in the Two Ronnies. That was I love watching their sketches, and That's what I always have fond memories of watching, laughing out loud with my family, you know, together in that. And that's what great programmes like Only Fools and Horses do. They unify all the different age groups throughout the family that we can all appreciate. And that's great. And there's a musical now of that, you know, that I'd love to see as well when things get back to the shows get up and running. I'd love to see that too, because I think that would work so well. So Elaine, hope that answers your wee question. Don Jameson, hi Don, I'm from Northern Ireland. If you were asked of the best day of your life, what would it be? Oh, that's a great question, Don. You know, it's going to be family, innit? It's got to be family who are no longer with you. I think I would like to have them all round the table again. All round the table. You know, and because in these, especially this time in lockdown, you do a lot of, well, it's coming to an end now, very much so. But, you know, on that time over the last couple of months, just really reflecting, I've done a lot of that, looking back and thinking about people, you know, at Christmas time when you'd have all your aunties and granny and grandfather or whatever. I loved all those times. I really do think of them so fondly, and they gave me a great sense of peace when I think about that and go into that world. You know, my Auntie Aggie would always come, and my Auntie Aggie was the oldest woman in the world, or always seemed to appear to me when I was young that she was like, you know, I think, Auntie Aggie's old, you know, and then she always used to make me laugh. She would come and sit at the Christmas table, and, you know, I mean, she was the height of tuppence. She was a wee, tiny, beautiful woman. And, you know, and would say, Auntie Aggie, what do you want? What would you want? What would you like to eat? You know, when you would say what you had, you know, on offer. Oh, and she would say, oh, nothing for me. I'll just have a wee tiny pea, just a pea for me, just a wee tiny pea. You know, she would end up with a plate. It was like a mountain. I don't know where she tucked it away, but you know, she could go with that. I know, she'd have a wee glass of sherry, and after a wee couple of glasses of sherry or whatever, you know, we'd sit down and watch The Great Escape, because that was a rite of passage. Station Zebra, or for some, what was it? There was a cowboy movie it always seemed to be on. I can't remember the name of that movie. Oh no, I'm having a brain freeze there. Oh, gone. But yeah, I guess that there would be great days, you know, just to be with loved ones, all that good stuff. You know, and maybe, you know, I love a good day is just having a good meal, being with family, and at the end maybe getting, and I say this, you maybe get a phone call from someone you've not heard of for years, and it's a pleasant surprise. Or you hear from someone. Now that's a good day. And just sitting where, you know, even talking about it just now, when you ask that question, Don, it just gets all the butterflies in my belly, it reawakens them, you know. Yeah, it's just that's a great. I'm there just now. I so am. Great question, Don. Tracy Sheriffs. Hi, Tracy. Quick question. Banana sandwiches, yes or no? No. I don't know. There's something about that dryness of the bread and then the slushiness of the banana. I don't get that. And also there was another thing in like when we were growing up, some of my friends would have like a piece of butter and sugar. The combo. I mean, I can see it, but I mean, no, that's a strange one. I guess you know, when I first discovered like peanut butter, you came to us, I always thought that, well, we've went very American now. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That was pretty good. No trifle jelly. Oh, I love the trifle. My granny could make a good trifle. And then you would have that hundreds and thousands on it. If you got it the next day, all the colours seemed to bleed on the top of the cream. I liked it. I like my trifle. Custard. Banana sandwiches though. No, that's not gonna work. Anyway, Sarah Palmer Pierce. What's your question? Love how you get animated in your chair. Do you love to dance? Yeah, well, you know, I like the idea of the dancing. You know, I always get asked to do the Strictly Come dancing and, you know, do that, and I think I just wish I had the nerve to do that. But you know, my enthusiasm for it, no. Do you know, I'd love to sing. I'll always go in and sing for them. Love to sing, go on the programme and sing, watch other people do the dancing, but no, I was, you know, even though I've done musicals and stuff like that, I kind of just slither about and get, especially in things like Chicago with the Fosse choreography, you know, it's, wow, that can be quite tricky at times. What else have you seen? Oh, have I been to the Isle of Wight? Yeah, Isle of Wight. I went to the Isle of Wight last year for the first time, and I thought it was absolutely beautiful. One of my close friends used to live in the Isle of Wight, and so he always said it was a magical place. And I remember my brother going there with the Boys Brigade many years ago, and he went on the bus and we waved him off away to the Isle of Wight, and he came back and said it was just absolutely gorgeous. And the day that I went, it was such a beautiful day, and I went there and played one of the wee theatres, and I was so well looked after. It was community run, lots of and I just had such a magical and special day. So the Isle of Wight for me is, you know, quite a special wee place. And I sang a song as well for a wonderful for the zoo there, where they do such great work rehabilitating some of the animals that have been not treated too well, and look after them there. And so there's a lot of good things going on in the Isle of Wight, and I would love to go back there, and hopefully I'll get invited back there to sing. So yeah, Isle of Wight, big thumbs up from me. Nice one, Sarah. Davina asks, were you a naughty boy at school? No, never. I mean, I love my school days, you know. I might have been, yeah. I guess I was a wee bit. I guess I was. You know, like you can probably guess. You know, I'm a talker anyway. So, but I was, you know, I was. I don't think I was. I wasn't a problematic. You know, I wasn't. You know, wasn't. Well, I'm saying that. You know, hi, I'm saying that. You know, I suppose if you ask some of my teachers, they would have chosen words for that. But you know, I didn't really. I loved it. I loved the thing I loved about school was the sense of, you know, that camaraderie with other children that you were growing up with. And that, for me, it will always be a special place, because that's where, you know, I first had my wishes to be a singer, and that all started from my school days as well. So, you know, they'll always be special. But you know, I wasn't a naughty, mischievous, but cheeky, maybe. You know, and in my time when we went to school, you still got the belt and stuff like that. Oh. But I remember doing something and I got belted for it, and I don't know who, and the teacher was more upset that he had to do that. We didn't have to do it, but he did it, and I could see that it upset him a lot. I mean, to me it was like, well, you know, I had that coming, I was being naughty. See, but I mean, certainly there was never the answer, that sort of thing, to use a belt and stuff like that. I was just, oh God, it's so wrong. And I think watching that teacher being upset me more, and it never happened again, you know, and that never happened, and it was the last time I ever got that done to me. But yeah, strange, but still thinking my school days fondly though. Stick in. Oh. And what was I also asked, what's your favourite thing about school? My favourite thing about school was that every summer, when you're coming to the end of term and the summer holidays, that people could bring in their games. You could bring in games for a day, didn't you? You wear your little uniform, and you could bring your toys in. All right. And I was amazed at some of the toys that some people would bring in. They were like so advanced, you know, and I say that because it was like beginning of the electronic games, not like Rubik cubes or stuff like that. It was like, there was one called Simon or something, you had to press all the colours. I really loved that. But my kind of favourite Christmas games are definitely Frustration and Kerplunk. I mean, it didn't cost a lot of money, but you know, I just adored those games. And there was another one called Crossfire that I always loved, and I remember getting Kerplunk and Frustration. They were great, but my next door neighbour, he got like a windy up Evel Knievel, who was like a kind of stuntman at the time, and you know, I was very impressed with that. And I remember oh dear, I remember one Christmas I got a Scotland strip, and but it had an iron-on, like an iron-on little badge, and you know, I kept on saying to my mum, can I wear my, can I put on a Scotland strip, and I want my badge on it. And it was Christmas, so she was, you know, I mean, she was putting the meals together, everything was all kicking off. Quite a stressful time. Everybody was coming and that, and I thought to myself, I'll do it myself. I will do it myself. Everybody stand back. And so everybody was in the living room, and I took the ironing board into my room, turned the iron on, and put my Scotland strip on, and the little sticker, it was like a wee kind of wee sticker, and I put it on where I positioned it nicely, and then put the iron on to iron it. The iron was too hot, and it just went straight right through. Straight right through my Scotland strip, straight right onto the iron, completely burned. I mean, the whole iron, it was like woof. I mean, the whole thing. You know, oh man, yeah, the panic in my face, you know, to run back in. I'm like, you know, my mum was like, you know, my Brussels sprouts at this time or whatever, you know, it was all kicking off in the cooker, and I'm like, ah, look what I've done at my Scotland strip. I mean, we laughed about it just now. You know, it was like the perfect shape of the irons. Like, I mean, like through the whole thing. Yeah, Scotland. Laura Blanley says, do you believe in the traits of the star sign or astrology? Aries are described as ambitious, optimistic, and passionate. Yeah, you know, I think there's something in that. You know, I'd like to think that those pertain to, you know, that's a fair representation of me. You know, and I always hear that, you know, Aries, you know, the fiery people, or, you know, and they are passionate about that, and all those things are great. They're great things to have in your life, you know, especially about in your relationship or in how you work. So I'm always intrigued. And I always, you know, I used to always read the stars in the papers too when we were growing up, to see if I guess you can always find what you want to find in that lives more in between what they're saying, you know, lives in between the lines of what they're saying. This is what your star sign's all about. But I definitely love it when you know, a few times I've been, you know, I've met people who are very spiritual also, who'll say, oh, I can see this in your life, or this has happened, or, you know, I've heard from, you know, the other side and stuff like that, and I find that so fascinating and brings me an enormous amount of comfort. So the star sign thing, yeah, I can work with that. So Angela McDonald asked me, yeah, you enjoyed Into the Mystic, thank you very much. Now that lockdown is easing, have you any thoughts about plans for next year? Yeah, will you be in the recording studio or planning any tours? All of the above. You know, I finished my album. I pretty much finished my album at the beginning of this year, and it was all ready, getting ready and set up to go out, and a tour getting planned. And then all this kind of happened, and it kind of, you know, everything just got parked up. You know, waiting for the right time to go back into that arena and see what happens, you know, once we find out more pertaining to shows, live shows. You know, I will get busy. You know, I make an album, and you know, I'm looking forward to touring it. So you know, doing that, and just to get the arts and the music business back on its feet would be a wonderful thing. You know, because but it's got to be safe for everyone. You know, it's got to be the correct timing to do that. And I suppose taking little baby steps will give us an insight to whether or not that's the right time to do it. But very much so looking forward to releasing some new songs and letting you hear my new album and touring it and doing all that stuff. And yeah, I can't wait to do that. I'm super excited about that, and just been working on my musical too, which is always an ongoing project, which has been a great thing to keep me busy throughout this period also. So I mean, I've kept myself, you know, quite focused on my workload, and coming and singing and doing these little songs for you has been a pleasant release for me also as well. And you know, I want to thank you for that. And will it come to an end? Well, I would like to think what I'll probably do is, you know, I mean, yeah, we'll draw a line under the lockdown sessions for sure. And you know, but I'll still pop on and say hello, and you know, enjoy a wee gab, but most importantly, I sing the occasional song now and again. you know, I'm not just going to stop it, because I can clearly see by your enthusiasm and when you write back to me how much you enjoy it. And that to me is great, because there's another sense of connection through the music. And me singing random songs, I try and make it as eclectic as possible, just to show my listening taste. But maybe it might, I don't know, might switch you onto that artist, or, you know, all that good thing. And this is what social media is brilliant about. So I won't end, but I will still continue to do some form of lockdown session along the way, because I'm not in a hurry to be in a hurry to get right out there. It'll be great, but when it's right, only when it's right. But in the meantime, yeah, just continue to do that. So please keep sending questions, and I'll keep shooting the breeze, and most importantly, singing you songs. So, love to love, and I see you in the next song. Take care. Ta-ra.